Hey guys, hey everybody, and let me explain you today what we will be doing on the Okipet channel, right? So you have seen this guy already. He is a hero of many, many stories, and actually his presence and his capabilities made me thinking that why not to make something that is called like pet operating system in whole. But the main thing here is that I've been checking a lot of existing already applications on the market, and I have seen that they all are kind of overwhelming, or they are maybe just like focused on something very small, on something very simple, or they are trying to do everything and in one place. And I mean, the application itself seems to be really like crazy, and you are getting lost into those, and likely you have a little bit of issues with understanding what are you up to and what are you going to do. So let me let him go. He has been enough in the screen, sitting still. And let me tell you what we are going to have and what we already have in Okipet and what is expected to be soon. Okay, will you go, buddy? Yes, no? Come on, move. Move somewhere. Okay. Yeah, there you went. Anyway, Okipet already has a name, a great name which will be recognizable. And I mean, already the domain okipet.com is already purchased and it's already booked. So you can expect the initial version of the application we've built there very, very soon. So are the application names for iOS and for Android. These are also already booked. They are already in some testing versions. They are already even there present and will be released there as soon as we have that initial version done. Of course, we have the branding. You have seen the colors already. You have seen the YouTube channel, right? So it will be transformed into this kind of channel. And I'll be explaining a lot about what am I expecting from the application, what I'm going to have, and how its functionality works, and how am I using it, because this is mainly for my and not only usage of the app, of the features of the app that will be like realistically resolving some of the troubles that you may have with your pet, right? So regardless, whether you have a cat, you have a dog, you have a turtle, you have a parrot, I don't know what else, maybe fish, you need a thing that reminds you of stuff. And that will be the core functionality. So we will have tasks and reminders. Tasks with varieties of iterations. They can be set as a single task, as recurrent task, weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, yearly, whatever. Because, for example, for a cat, like a standard procedure, you have to give him once per month a special like tablet, right? The med that prevents him from getting a lot of like insects, whatever. So this is a standard preventive medicine or medicine. I don't know how it's called, because medicine normally about it's normally about us people, right? But about pets, it's the veterinary, right? So let's call it medicine. I don't know. So this will be the core functionality. What else is expected from the application? And here comes the main thing. So once I don't want to feel overwhelmed with the application, and I believe so are you guys, this means that my decision, my core decision here is to make this application modular. So you can like select whichever modules you will need in the application. You can select all of them if you need all of them, or you can select only one or two or none. If you are okay with one path and only reminders, up to you. I mean, that's everything that that's all you're going to have, and if you're good with it, keep it, keep it like that. But if you need, for example, well, I mean, here I have the list of the whole stuff that is going to be in there. If you need, for example, multi-pets, let's say you don't have one, you have two, or you have three, or you have five. So each pet, you can have this functionality for to add like two, three, four more, as many as needed. This is already actually present in the current version of the web application, but like I will be announcing the release and the transformation into the branding of the Okipet colors very, very soon. But these multi-pets, this thing already exists, so you can have the records and tasks set for every of those, right? Because not to get lost, for example, into like whatever things you may have. And next thing, for example, you want or need to hire a caretaker, pet caretaker, who will be like getting into your house and taking your dog for a walk. Or I don't know, you are going somewhere on vacation and you can't have the pet coming with you, for example, because you're flying somewhere. And you just like have to have for 5 7 days to have some other person work for it, walk it, feed it, and like to take general genuine care. So instead of maybe using the expensive hotels which exists, I know, in various countries, why maybe not you use a pet caretaker who can come into and with whom you can share your pet. If you are sharing a pet, for example, then that pet will appear on his application side, and he will be able to like do everything to see the recurrent tasks, any recurring stuff, any meds that is required to be given, whatever. So this thing is also another module that is going to be in this kind of application. What do you think? By the way, anyways, like let me know always in the comments what kind of feature or what kind of problem you would want to be solved by the application, or because like we will have to have the eventual plan of development, because not everything will be initially appearing in the first version of the app, but we will do the prioritization and we will just be rolling them out one by one. Why not? Next one, let's say training tutorials for whoever may need them. For this, we will probably have to partner with some schools. I don't know, maybe with some trainers who are known in the field, or maybe just like with some YouTubers who are good with it. And we will provide you a number of lessons that you can follow and that you can go with to give some training to your cat, dog, parrot. I mean, they all are different. They all respond differently to training. They all respond differently to sessions. So it may matter. So who knows? So lessons, training sessions. That's another thing, another module that can go. Next, vets section. Vets veterinary records, which will include probably the RFID, I don't know, reading, writing, recording, so some basic information that your RFID holds, because normally in many countries, like in our country as well, in Ukraine, RFIDs are already a mandatory thing, and you definitely need it. So that cat Tom, he has it, and I mean, well, but I mean that data has to be entered into it. So RFID information will be there. Vaccines that you are having, because vaccinations is a normal standard stuff. Whatever trauma, whatever treatments it had, it can be in there in the veterinary reports. And maybe I'm thinking of probably getting some vet clinics integrated there, so they can offer you some services, or at least you will have a search of what is nearby. So who knows? Why not? Next, I'm not sure if that might be the exact case, but that might be something like grooming and making your pet look nice, whatever. And by saying pet, I don't mean only a cat, a dog, or a parrot. It can be a horse. It can be a pig. It can even be your pet goat, whatever. Like, I mean, there are so many applications that can be used. Or another one that I'm thinking of is probably for some small farm who wants to keep track of records of their livestock, which is not really huge in numbers, like hundreds or several or thousands, right? But if they have like 5 10, why not? To keep the veterinary records, to have the information, to have everything database structured and like, I mean, kept in a nice way. Because who knows? Why not? It's just like another way of who might be benefiting from this kind of record info. So grooming services might be as a separate module, but I'm not sure about this. Like here, I'm a bit hesitant because I see it this way, that the company, the service providers should actually be having the separate access to the application where they will list their services. That's what is important to me. What next? Let's say the e-commerce stuff. Why wouldn't you want to have the place which is Okipet, and from that application that is a single application for your whole life of your pet? Why won't you have the place where you can buy all the stuff required for your beloved one, right? So it can be it. I'm not sure whether it will be just like a partnership with maybe just one store specific for country, one brand, or maybe it will be a multi-brand, or maybe it will just be like a separate store that will be related to the Occupied brand. Who knows? And that's probably it that I have thought of everything for now. But I mean, each of the module you will be able to turn on and off, and that's the main thing that makes the thing look really different from just another pet application. And My personal opinion is that I'm personally going to be showing you which exact thing you are using, how to use it, and what is the tricky thing that you may think of, or what you may not be thinking of. So let me know in the comments, guys, what additionally you may think of. Oh, sorry, I didn't mention one very important thing. So RFID, I've mentioned it briefly before. RFID is a thing that allows you to have your pet trackable, right? But there can be a QR code normally generated with it, but there is a real known trouble that those QR code that these tags are getting either like lost, or they are getting maybe like QR code is not getting written properly, or maybe engraved properly. So there is a number of issues with that. So my idea is, and just like correct me if I'm wrong or if I'm thinking right way, is to probably have the small IoT device. IoT is the Internet of Things. That'll be like a small medallion again on the collar of your pet. That will have the place where you can insert a SIM card and have your pet being present in the app on the geolocation, so you'll be able to like realistically track it from your phone. Where exactly is it moving, or where exactly did it go? Because nowadays searching for a lost pet is probably the worst nightmare that you may ever face, and I don't wish anybody will face it. Because I mean, I know how it's losing. How is it to lose a pet when it ran away, or when somebody dragged it, and you don't know where it is, and like it's a whole disaster for a whole family. It's really not a good experience, and I don't want to experience it anymore. That is why my opinion is, why not to have a small tracker that will be applying to have it. But I mean, this gives a little bit of troubles, because we will have to think of the battery that has to power it, and we will have to think of the like SIM card, because indefinitely there has to be something that transmits the signal somewhere else. It cannot be probably the radio signal, because it will not be delivering the signal to the exact location. It will be probably limited to a range. Who knows? Mobile operator like network, they are much bigger, and I mean they are like normally nationwide trackable. So this allows you to probably track it nationwide. Who knows? But no pet will likely go somewhere really far. But maybe this will be a solution. I don't know. You tell me if this is going to be the case. So thanks for now. And let me know, guys, what do you think about these ideas, and whether which one should we actually develop first, and what do you expect from the application launch, and whether you are up to using this, and if yes, and if no, let me know down below in the comments. I'm really keen to check in on them and to see what you realistically think. Thanks for now. See you.